Be still now, not as an exercise, not as a technique, but as a recognition. Because truth does not rush, and revelation never shouts. It arrives the way dawn arrives, quietly, inevitably, without argument. What you are about to hear is not encouragement. It is not philosophy. It is not belief offered for consideration. It is law revealed for remembrance. The greatest limitation humanity has ever accepted is the idea that the senses tell the truth. Sight, sound, touch, these have been crowned as final authorities. And yet, scripture, science, and lived experience all agree on one thing. The senses do not reveal reality. They report the past. What you see is not what is being created. It is what has already been agreed upon. And this is where awakening begins. For we walk by faith, not by sight. 2 Corinthians 5-7. This was never meant to be inspirational language. It was operational instruction. Sight is consequence. Faith is cause. Reality is not created where you look, it is created where you assume. The senses are messengers, not masters. They inform you of previous states of consciousness, not present creative power. And yet most people bow to them daily. They say, I'll believe it when I see it. But the law responds only to those who reverse the order. You must learn to believe the unseen, not emotionally, not desperately, but deliberately. To fool your senses is not deception, it is dominion. Because the senses were never meant to lead. They were meant to follow. In the beginning was not matter. In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was not spoken aloud. It was assumed. In the beginning God created. Creation begins in the invisible. Science now echoes this ancient knowing. Quantum physics confirms that the observer precedes the observed. That potential exists before form. That particles behave according to expectation. Scripture already told you this. What is seen was not made out of things which are visible. Hebrews 11:3. The visible world is downstream from belief. So when you react to appearances, you surrender authority. When you accept appearances as final, you inherit repetition. But when you learn to stand inwardly unmoved by what the senses report, you step into creative alignment. This is not denial. Denial resists. This is selection. You select which reality you consent to as real. Now understand this clearly, because misunderstanding here creates struggle. To believe the unseen does not mean you ignore the world. It means you refuse to let the world define you. You acknowledge what is visible, but you do not kneel to it. Jesus stood before hunger and fed thousands. He stood before disease and spoke wholeness. He stood before death and called life. Not because he denied the evidence, but because he did not accept it as truth. Truth is not what appears. Truth is what endures. And endurance belongs to consciousness, not circumstance. Now let us speak about the senses plainly. The senses are designed to confirm assumption. They do not create experience, they echo it. Your nervous system is a prediction machine. It scans the environment for confirmation of what the subconscious already believes to be true. This is why two people can stand in the same room and experience completely different realities. One sees opportunity, another sees threat. Same environment, different assumption. The world is neutral. Meaning is assigned inwardly. So when you decide to believe the unseen, you are not pretending. You are retraining perception. You are teaching the nervous system a new expectation. And expectation is the gateway. This is why Neville Goddard insisted that imagination creates reality. Imagination is not fantasy, it is pre-perception. It is reality rehearsed inwardly before it appears outwardly. When imagination is impressed with feeling, the body responds as though the event were real. Hormones adjust. Neural pathways fire. Behavior shifts. And the environment, obedient and precise, follows. This is how you fool the senses. You give them a new script. You do not wait for evidence to feel secure. You feel secure, and evidence arranges itself. You do not wait to feel worthy once circumstances improve. You assume worth and circumstances comply. This is the inversion that changes everything. Now hear this slowly. Your senses have been trained by repetition. They can be retrained the same way, but not through force. Force creates resistance. Gentle persistence creates familiarity. The subconscious does not argue. It accepts what feels normal. So your task is not to convince yourself of something extraordinary. Your task is to make the unseen feel ordinary. This is why techniques fail when they are strained. Affirmations repeated with tension reinforce lack. Visualizations done with longing reinforce distance. But assumption accepted with calm, this transforms. To believe the unseen is to rest in it. When you rest, the body stops signaling urgency. And urgency is what keeps the old reality alive. Now consider this carefully. When you feel anxious, the body believes something is wrong. When you feel calm, the body believes something is settled. The body cannot distinguish between imagined certainty and actual circumstance. So when you choose calm in the absence of evidence, you are fooling the senses and reprogramming reality. This is why peace precedes manifestation, not excitement, not obsession, peace. The peace of God which surpasses all understanding. Philippians 4-7. Peace surpasses understanding because understanding belongs to the senses. Peace belongs to trust. And trust is the posture of creation. Now let us go deeper. Believing the unseen requires that you stop asking permission from the world. Permission seeking is the habit of the powerless. You are not meant to ask, is this possible? You are meant to decide, this is mine. Not arrogantly, not emotionally, quietly. Decision is creative. Once a decision is made inwardly, the mind reorganizes itself around it. Behavior aligns, attention shifts, and what you attend to grows. What you focus on expands. Unextuation, not as metaphor as law. So when you focus on absence, absence persists. When you focus on fulfillment, fulfillment forms. Now here is where most people hesitate. They say, but it feels fake. Of course it does. The unseen always feels unfamiliar at first. Truth feels strange when you have lived in contradiction. But unfamiliar does not mean untrue. It means newly assumed. The goal is not to make it feel intense. The goal is to let it become familiar. You revisit the feeling of the fulfilled state gently. You return to it without strain. You let it settle. And over time, not measured in days, but in consistency, the nervous system accepts it as normal. Once normal, the senses align. This is why the delay is not punishment. It is adjustment. Reality adjusts to the new signal. Now understand this final distinction. To fool your senses does not mean to fight thoughts. It means to withdraw agreement from appearances. Thoughts may arise that contradict your assumption. Sensations may echo the old state. You do not suppress them. You do not dramatize them. You simply do not consent. Consent is creative power. And power used calmly is irresistible. Jesus did not rush miracles. He did not strain. He did not negotiate. He assumed. And assumption is command. All things are possible to him who believes. Mark 9:23. Belief here is not hoping. It is identity. When you believe the unseen, you stop waiting to become someone. You are. Now let the energy begin to soften. Because the end of this teaching is not intensity, it is stillness. Stillness is where the unseen feels real. Stillness is where the senses lose dominance. Stillness is where imagination becomes authority. So as you move forward, practice this sacred discipline. When the senses report lack, pause. Do not react. Return inwardly to the assumption of fulfillment, not as fantasy as fact. Let the body relax. Let the breath deepen. Let the mind settle. And then continue living. Do not watch for signs. Do not ask when. Waiting reinforces time. Assumption dissolves it. And one day, quietly, the senses will catch up. They always do. Because the unseen is not imaginary. It is causal. And what is causal must become visible. So believe the unseen, not loudly, not desperately, but calmly, faithfully, persistently, and let the senses, obedient servants that they are, eventually report what you have already accepted as true. Be still now. The work is done. Remain. And as you remain, notice how something subtle shifts inside you. The need to prove dissolves. The urge to explain fades. The compulsion to check, measure, and compare loosens its grip. This is not passivity. This is authority settling into place. When you no longer require the senses to reassure you, the senses begin to obey you. This is the hidden order of creation. The outer world does not lead the inner life, it follows it. And it follows not what you occasionally think, but what you consistently accept. Acceptance is the quietest form of power. You have been taught to fight doubt. But doubt is not defeated by argument. It is dissolved by familiarity with truth. You do not overpower darkness. You turn on the light, and light does not struggle. It simply is. Now, let us move even deeper into this understanding, because here is where true transformation becomes irreversible. The senses were never meant to define identity. They were meant to confirm it. When identity is unstable, the senses dominate. When identity is settled, the senses submit. This is why the inward declaration, I am, is the most powerful statement in existence. I am does not describe, it establishes. Whatever you place after I am becomes the lens through which the senses interpret reality. I am lacking. I am overlooked. I am behind. The senses rush to confirm it. I am whole. I am guided. I am provided for. The senses reorganize to reflect it. This is not metaphor. This is mechanism. Neuroscience confirms that identity statements shape perception, behavior, and expectation. Scripture revealed this long before language caught up. You shall decree a thing, and it shall be established for you. Job 22:28. A decree is not shouted. It is assumed. Now listen carefully, because this is where mastery lives. To believe the unseen is to stop rehearsing the old self. Rehearsal is repetition, and repetition is instruction to the subconscious. Every time you internally replay disappointment, you teach the senses what to expect. Every time you dwell in resentment, you instruct the body to prepare for conflict. Every time you anticipate lack, you train perception to find evidence of it. So the practice is not to suppress thought. It is to redirect rehearsal. Rehearse wholeness. Rehearse ease. Rehearse being supported by life, not with fantasy, with feeling. Feeling is the language of the subconscious. When you feel safe, the body believes safety is real. When you feel valued, the body believes value is present. When you feel complete, the body stops scanning for threat. And when scanning stops, creation accelerates. Because urgency is gone. Urgency is the cry of lack. Calm is the signal of fulfillment. This is why calm people seem to attract opportunities without effort. It is not luck, it is coherence. Life responds to coherence. Now let us speak about persistence, because this is often misunderstood. Persistence is not repetition of words. It is loyalty to identity. You persist not by forcing belief, but by returning gently to the assumed state whenever you notice you have wandered. Wandering is human. Returning is mastery. You do not punish yourself for noticing contradiction. You simply choose again. This is repentance in its truest form, not guilt, but change of mind. And every return strengthens the new pattern. The nervous system learns through repetition without emotion. Calm repetition creates permanence. This is why forcing positivity backfires. Force signals danger. Gentleness signals safety. And safety is what allows the unseen to take root. Now, let us address fear not as an enemy, but as a signal. Fear arises when the senses perceive a loss of control. But control was never your role. Alignment was. Fear dissolves when you realize you are not responsible for the how, only for the state. You choose the state. Life chooses the method. This division of labor is divine order. Trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not on your own understanding. Proverbs 3-5. Understanding belongs to the senses. Trust belongs to consciousness. When you lean on understanding, you lean on the past. When you trust, you step into creation. Now something profound begins to happen. As you stop reacting to appearances, appearances lose authority. As you stop feeding old stories, new stories form. As you stop explaining yourself to the world begins to explain itself to you. This is the reversal of power, and it does not feel dramatic. It feels quiet, stable, grounded. This is why the awakened often appear ordinary. Power does not announce itself. Power rests. Now let the tempo slow again. Feel how the body responds to certainty. Notice the absence of strain. Notice how nothing needs to be added to this moment for it to be complete. This is the feeling you return to, not the excitement of arrival, the calm of being already there. This is how you fool the senses. You let them experience completion before evidence, and the senses, faithful servants that they are, eventually bring evidence to match. They have no choice, because law responds to assumption, not appearances. Now, as this teaching continues to settle, carry this one final understanding into your life. You are not practicing belief. You are inhabiting truth. You are not visualizing a future. You are aligning with a present reality that has not yet become visible. You are not escaping the world. You are teaching it how to respond to you. And you do this not with force, but with stillness, consistency, and faith. Faith not as hope, but as knowing. Remain there. And let the unseen already alive within you continue moving outward until the senses, humbled and obedient, can only say, "It is so, it is so." And when the senses finally say it, they are not declaring something new. They are confessing what has already been decided. This is the nature of reality. It does not initiate, it confirms. What you call manifestation is simply the moment confirmation becomes visible. But long before that moment arrives, something far more important has already happened. You have changed who you listen to. Most people are ruled by sensation. Pain speaks, and they obey. Delay speaks, and they doubt. Absence speaks, and they retreat. But the awakened listen elsewhere. They listen to identity. They listen to assumption. They listen to the quiet knowing that does not rise and fall with circumstances. This is what it means to believe the unseen. It is not blind faith. It is selective loyalty. You are loyal to what you have accepted as true, not to what is temporarily visible. Now let us deepen this even further, because here lies the final discipline, the one that separates understanding from embodiment. You must learn to let the senses speak without responding. This is mastery. The senses will report. They always will. But reporting is not commanding. You do not silence the senses. You simply stop letting them decide. When pain appears, you do not panic. When delay appears, you do not hurry. When contradiction appears, you do not collapse. You observe and you remain. Remaining is the highest form of faith. It says, "I know who I am, regardless of what appears." This is why Jesus could sleep during the storm. The storm spoke loudly, but identity spoke louder. Peace is not the absence of noise. Peace is immunity to it. And immunity is built through inner consistency. Now understand this. Every time you remain inwardly aligned while the senses disagree, you weaken their authority. And every time you react, you strengthen it. Reaction feeds illusion. Stillness starves it. This is why stillness is not passivity, it is strategic. Stillness is how you train the subconscious to trust a new reality. The subconscious learns through experience, not logic. And when it experiences calm in the absence of evidence, it updates its model of the world. It says something has changed. And that change begins to express itself outwardly. This is why faith without works is dead, not because faith needs action, but because faith produces action naturally. When you believe the unseen, your choices change without effort. You speak differently. You move differently. You wait differently, and the world notices. But more importantly, the world responds. Now let us speak of patience again, but correctly this time. Patience is not enduring lack. Patience is remaining faithful to fullness. You are not waiting for the unseen to arrive. You are allowing the seen to catch up. This reversal removes frustration. Frustration comes from believing you are behind. Faith comes from knowing you are ahead. Ahead not in time, but in state. State always precedes form. Now the teaching approaches its deepest stillness. At this level, there is no more effort to apply principles. There is only awareness of posture. Ask yourself quietly, often, am I responding from appearance or from assumption? That single question will realign you instantly. And you will find that assumption, once chosen, feels lighter, calmer, more honest, because assumption aligns with truth. Truth does not strain. Truth does not rush. Truth does not need reinforcement. Truth simply is. And when you align with truth, the senses eventually surrender. They always do. Not because they are weak, but because they were never meant to lead. They are servants. And servants follow instruction. Your instruction is identity. Your command is assumption. Your authority is consciousness. Now let the voice soften further. Let the body feel the safety of this knowing. You are not alone in this process. You are not inventing reality. You are cooperating with law, a law that has always been working, even when you misunderstood it, even when you resisted it. Grace is the patience of law, and law is patient with you now. So remain gentle with yourself. Do not rush embodiment. Do not measure progress. Measurement belongs to the senses. Embodiment belongs to being. Live quietly from what you have accepted as true. Let your life speak for you. And when doubt whispers, as it may, do not argue. Simply return. Return to the feeling of completion. Return to the calm of knowing. Return to the identity that does not need permission. This return is prayer. And prayer always works because it aligns you with what already is. Now stay here, in this quiet authority, in this settled knowing. The unseen is no longer distant. It is no longer fragile. It is no longer hoped for. It is assumed. And assumption is creation. Remain. Nothing else is required. Nothing else is required. And yet, something profound continues to unfold, not outwardly at first, but inwardly, where all true change begins. There is a moment, subtle and unmistakable, when effort falls away completely. Not because you decided to stop trying, but because there is nothing left to try for. The inner reaching dissolves. The constant checking quiets. And what remains is a grounded stillness that feels honest. This is the moment you stop using the teaching and begin living it. Before this moment, belief felt like something you had to return to. After this moment, belief becomes the ground you stand on. This is embodiment. Embodiment is when truth no longer feels like a thought. It feels like home. And from here, manifestation is no longer the goal. It becomes the side effect because the deepest desire of the soul was never the thing itself. It was the state of being the thing promised. Peace, security, freedom, wholeness. And now that state has been assumed inwardly. The outer world has no option but to reorganize around it. Not dramatically, not instantly in every case, but faithfully. Reality is faithful. It cannot betray the state you live from. It can only delay its appearance until the inner signal stabilizes. This is why wavering slows expression, and why certainty, quiet, unshaken certainty, accelerates it. Now listen carefully, because this will anchor everything you have realized. You do not maintain this state by watching yourself. Self-monitoring is still fear. You maintain this state by trusting it. Trust is the final surrender. You trust that even when attention drifts, identity remains. You trust that even when emotions fluctuate, alignment holds. You trust that the seed you planted in consciousness knows how to grow. Seeds do not need supervision. They need soil and stillness. You have given the soil. Now you give the stillness. This is why over-efforting interrupts manifestation. It is like digging up the seed to check if it is alive. Faith leaves it alone. And faith is not passive. It is confident rest. Now consider how this changes the way you live. You no longer ask every decision to justify itself. You no longer demand certainty before moving. You act when moved and pause when not. This is intuition restored. Intuition is not mystical. It is perception unclouded by fear. When you are aligned with truth, guidance feels natural. The next step reveals itself without strain. And this is how life was always meant to be lived. Not forced forward, not dragged from behind, but led from within. The steps of a good man are ordered by the Lord. Psalm 37-23. Order does not mean controlled, it means aligned. Order emerges when identity is settled. Now the final illusion dissolves the belief that you must protect this state from the world. You do not. The world cannot take what it did not give. Your peace is not fragile. Your knowing is not dependent on conditions. Your alignment is not threatened by contrast. Contrast will come not to test you, but to reveal how far you have come. And you will notice something remarkable. What once triggered you now passes through. What once demanded reaction now invites response. What once felt heavy now feels distant. This is not numbness. This is freedom. Freedom is not the absence of challenge. It is the absence of inner captivity. You are no longer captive to appearances, no longer ruled by sensation, no longer defined by delay. You have learned to believe the unseen, and in doing so, you have reclaimed your rightful place as cause. Now let the voice slow into reverence, because what you are standing in now is sacred, not because it is mystical, but because it is true. Truth carries its own gravity, and gravity does not need explanation. So walk gently from here. Let your days be ordinary and inwardly aligned. Let your actions be simple and inwardly certain. Let your life unfold without interference. Do not try to impress the law. Do not attempt to accelerate it. Law responds to being, not effort. And you are being. You are aligned. You are grounded. You are no longer waiting. The unseen is no longer something you hope for. It is something you live from. And from this place, everything you touch will begin to change. Quietly, naturally, inevitably. Remain here and let life finish what consciousness has already begun. Let life finish what consciousness has already begun. And now, there is nothing left to say that must be added. Only something to be honored. Silence. Because silence is not emptiness. Silence is agreement. Agreement between who you are and what is true. Agreement between the unseen cause and the seen effect. Agreement between the word assumed inwardly and the world that must echo it. You have not been learning how to change reality. You have been remembering how to stand within it correctly. You are no longer asking the senses for permission. You are no longer waiting for evidence to grant you peace. You are no longer bargaining with time. You have stepped into position. Position is everything. From position, movement is effortless. From position, action is precise. From position, manifestation is inevitable. This is why the final posture is rest. Not rest as sleep. Rest as completion. It is finished. Arthand. John 19:30. Finished does not mean ended. It means fulfilled. The assumption is fulfilled. The identity is fulfilled. The inner work is fulfilled. Now the outer world will do what it has always done when truth is accepted. It will conform. Quietly, faithfully, in its own perfect order. So go forward now without strain. Let your life be lived from certainty, not seeking. Let your days unfold from trust, not control. Let your presence speak louder than intention. You have learned to believe the unseen, and in doing so, you have stopped being ruled by what appears. This is freedom. Remain in it. Be still, and let the unseen, now fully assumed, continue becoming visible, without effort, without fear, without delay. It is so.
The universe is responding to you right now. Yes, right in this very moment, the energies of the universe are aligning themselves with your thoughts, your feelings, and your desires. You may not see it yet, but everything is unfolding in perfect harmony with the vibrations you're sending out. You might feel uncertain or even doubt this truth, but know this: what you experience today is the result of what you believed in the past. The miracle you are waiting for, the blessing you've been praying for, is not somewhere out of reach. It's right here in the realm of possibility, and it's coming closer with every breath you take. Every thought you hold, every emotion you feel, is a magnet pulling that miracle toward you. The universe is not distant, not detached from your desires, but intimately connected to them. It is already answering your call. You must begin to see the reality you wish to manifest in your mind's eye as if it's already here. The key to unlocking your miracle is to live as if it is already done. Your imagination is your power. What you see in your mind is already taking shape in the unseen. As you trust in this, as you affirm this truth, the universe begins to rearrange everything around you to bring that reality into your life. The world around you is not as solid as it may seem. It is malleable, responsive to the deepest desires of your heart. When you believe that your miracle is already on its way, when you believe that you are worthy of it, the universe has no choice but to manifest it for you. Right now, as you focus on the greatness you want to experience, the circumstances of your life begin to shift. You might not see it with your physical eyes yet, but trust that the forces at play are working for your good. The power of your inner state creates the outer world you live in. By seeing your miracle already in existence, you are commanding the universe to respond with the exact circumstances needed for its manifestation. You have been prepared for this moment. This is the moment where your belief, your feeling of certainty, will open the door to what you have asked for. The universe is never far from you. It is right here, responding to every thought, every feeling, every belief you carry. There are no coincidences, no random events. Everything is designed to bring you into alignment with your highest good. It doesn't matter how things look right now, or how long you've been waiting. What matters is that you believe it is already yours. The miracle you desire is already within your reach. As you continue to feel that it is so, it begins to materialize in ways you cannot yet understand. Trust in this process. Trust that the universe is always working with you, not against you. Your miracle is happening right now, and it's a reflection of your inner state. Everything that seems difficult, every challenge you faced, has prepared you for this moment. You are ready, and the universe is answering your call. As you hold the vision of your heart's desire, stay open and expect the miracle. It is coming, and it is already here. The universe is responding to your thoughts and feelings in every moment, whether you are aware of it or not. Every thought you think, every emotion you feel, and every belief you hold creates a vibration that the universe picks up on. This is not a distant, abstract concept. It is a universal law that governs the way the world works. What you focus on expands, and what you give your energy to will begin to manifest in your reality. The universe is not indifferent or separate from your experiences. It is intimately connected to your inner state. At this very moment, the energy you are emitting is being reflected back to you through the circumstances and experiences you encounter. If you are filled with doubt, fear, or negativity, that energy will attract experiences that match those emotions. Conversely, if you are aligned with feelings of love, gratitude, and positivity, the universe will respond with circumstances that mirror those emotions. This is the power of the law of attraction at work. The universe does not discriminate. It does not judge your desires or decide if you are worthy of them. It only responds to the energy you put out. This means that the very thoughts and emotions you hold are sending a message into the universe, and that message is being answered. If you believe that success, happiness, or love are impossible for you, the universe will confirm that belief through situations that reinforce that limitation. On the other hand, when you embrace the belief that everything you desire is already on its way, you will begin to see signs of that desire manifesting in your life. One of the most powerful things you can do is to become conscious of your inner dialogue and emotional state. The more aware you become of the thoughts and feelings that dominate your mind, the more you can choose to shift them in the direction of your desires. For instance, if you are thinking thoughts of lack or limitation, consciously redirecting those thoughts toward abundance and possibility will send a new signal to the universe. It is important to remember that you are always in communication with the universe. Your thoughts are like prayers, your feelings are like commands, and the universe is always listening. The universe doesn't need you to be perfect or always in a positive state, but it does require you to be aware of the vibrations you are putting out. Even in moments of doubt or fear, you have the power to shift your energy and choose a new focus. This doesn't mean denying your emotions, but rather understanding that you have the ability to choose which emotions you want to cultivate and which ones you want to release. When you begin to consciously focus on thoughts and emotions that align with your desires, you start to shift your vibrational frequency. The universe, in turn, begins to respond to that frequency. It's like tuning a radio to the right station. Once you find the right frequency, you will hear the music clearly. Similarly, when you align your inner state with your desires, the universe begins to deliver the experiences and opportunities that match that energy. The response from the universe is always there, but it is up to you to tune into the right frequency. The moment you decide to focus on what you want, rather than what you fear or what you lack, you begin to attract more of what you desire. Your miracle is already on its way, even if you don't see it yet. The truth is, everything in life works in cycles of unseen energy before it manifests in the physical world. What may seem like a delay or a gap between desire and fulfillment is simply the period in which the universe is aligning all the necessary components for your miracle to come together. Often we are taught to believe that the moment we ask for something, it should appear immediately, but this is not the way the universe operates. It is always in motion, rearranging, organizing, and aligning people, circumstances, and opportunities in ways that our limited perception cannot always grasp. The reality is that your desires have already been acknowledged by the universe the moment you spoke them or thought them into existence. The universe does not hesitate or doubt your worthiness. It does not question whether you are deserving of what you want. The only thing that determines when your miracle will manifest is your alignment with the feeling of already having it. As you continue to focus on your desire, trust that the unseen forces are already at work, moving things into place, even if the manifestation is not visible to you at the moment. There are countless unseen forces that are working in your favor, things you cannot control or influence directly, but are essential for the creation of your miracle. For instance, people are being moved into your path right now, opportunities are being set up, and circumstances are shifting all around you in ways that align with your desires. What often happens is that your mind becomes attached to the idea that things should happen on your schedule. You look at the clock and think that your miracle should be arriving right now. But miracles, by nature, often work on a timeline far greater than our human comprehension. What seems like a delay is often a period of preparation, a moment in which the universe is aligning all the right components for you, in the perfect timing for your growth and success. It's essential to understand that everything happens in divine order. If things have not manifested yet, it doesn't mean they are not on their way. It simply means that you are being prepared. The stage is being set for your miracle to come in a way that is truly transformative. There is no such thing as a missed opportunity when it comes to the universe. What is meant for you cannot pass you by. It is coming to you in its own perfect timing. The universe is not in a rush, and neither should you be. As you trust in the unfolding process, you release the need for immediate gratification and allow things to happen in their natural course. Sometimes we get caught up in the illusion of waiting for something to appear in front of us. But what we often fail to see is that the miracle is already unfolding in the unseen world. The question isn't whether it will come, but rather whether you can hold the faith that it is already in motion. When you release resistance and stop forcing the outcome, you allow the miracle to flow to you in the way it was meant to. It's not about pushing harder or trying to make things happen on your own. It's about allowing, trusting, and knowing that the universe is already delivering what you need at the perfect moment. The key is to stay grounded in the knowing that your miracle is coming to you. Even if the manifestation isn't visible yet, it is working its way toward you. The more you trust and feel the reality of it in your heart, the faster it will appear in your life. Patience is not a passive act, but an active choice to align with the belief that everything is already on its way. Your miracle is not distant, not delayed, it is merely on its way, and your trust in this process is what accelerates its arrival. Believing your desire is already fulfilled unlocks the universe's power. This is one of the most profound and transformative truths that can change your life. When you hold the belief that what you desire has already manifested, you shift your vibration to match that of the desired outcome. It's not enough to simply wish for something or hope it will come to you. You must embody the belief that it is already yours. The moment you do this, you align your energy with the frequency of the manifestation, and the universe begins to bring it to you. The universe operates on the principle of faith, and when you believe in the reality of your desire, you demonstrate faith in the unseen forces that are always at work. This is not blind faith, it's a deep, knowing feeling that what you desire is already here. When you begin to see your dream as a present reality, you are no longer waiting for it to happen, you are living in the space where it has already happened. This creates an energetic magnet for your desires, because the universe responds to the emotions you generate, not just your thoughts. If you are vibrating with joy, gratitude, and excitement about your desire, the universe can't help but deliver it to you. Many people make the mistake of waiting for their desires to manifest before they believe they are worthy of them or before they feel the emotions associated with their fulfillment. But in truth, the universe works in the opposite way. You must first feel that your desire is already fulfilled before it can come into your life. The key is to trust that the moment you decide that something is already yours, the process of its manifestation is set into motion. The more you align your emotions with that belief, the more quickly the universe responds. Living in the assumption that your desire is already fulfilled is a powerful tool. It shifts your mindset from a place of lack to one of abundance. You stop looking for external evidence of your desires and start trusting that the evidence already exists in the unseen realm. As you embody this belief, you begin to act in accordance with your new reality. You make choices, take actions, and think thoughts that align with the reality you want to create. This alignment attracts opportunities, resources, and people that match the vibration of your belief. In essence, you become a magnet for your desires by operating from the assumption that what you want is already in your life. This shift in mindset requires courage, for it asks you to step into the unknown and believe in something before you see it. It requires you to trust that the universe is always responding to your energy. However, this trust is what accelerates the process. When you live from the place of already having your desire, you stop questioning or doubting its arrival. Doubt is the enemy of manifestation because it sends mixed signals to the universe. When you trust that your desire is already fulfilled, you stop waiting and start living in the joy of its presence. You see, the universe responds to your emotional state more than anything else. Your emotions are the true indicator of your vibrational frequency. By feeling joy, gratitude, and love for your desire, you elevate your energy to a higher state of alignment. As you feel your desire as a present reality, the universe must respond with the circumstances, people, and experiences that align with this vibration. This is not magic, it is the law of attraction at work. It's the simple, yet profound truth that what you believe and feel, you will receive. So the key to unlocking the universe's power is to live in the belief that your desire has already manifested. Feel the joy of your desire as though it's already in your life, and trust that the universe is aligning everything in your favor to bring it to fruition. As you do, you'll witness the universe responding to you in ways you never imagined, bringing your deepest desires into your life with ease. The world around you is malleable and responds to your inner state in ways that are often invisible to the naked eye. The belief that the external world is fixed and unchangeable is an illusion. In reality, the world is constantly shifting, adapting, and reorganizing itself based on the energy we project into it. Your thoughts, emotions, and beliefs are like the seeds that plant themselves in the soil of the universe, and the world reflects back what you have sown. Every moment, the universe is responding to you, even when you are unaware of it. Your inner world creates your outer world, and by altering your inner state, you have the power to influence the circumstances of your life. When you shift your perception and understand that the world around you is a reflection of your inner state, you begin to realize that you are not simply a passive observer of life, you are an active creator. The external world is constantly responding to the vibration you send out. If you are filled with fear, doubt, or negativity, the world will mirror those feelings back to you, reinforcing the belief that life is difficult or unkind. However, if you choose to focus on love, trust, and gratitude, you will begin to see the world around you shift in ways that support these feelings. The more you change your internal state, the more the world around you adjusts to match it. One of the most powerful ways to influence the world around you is through your belief system. Beliefs are the lenses through which you view life, and they directly affect the way you perceive the world. If you believe that opportunities are limited, that people are untrustworthy, or that life is a struggle, your perception will create a reality where these beliefs are reinforced. However, when you shift your beliefs to align with abundance, love, and possibility, your perception of the world changes, and you begin to attract experiences that match this new belief system. The external world becomes a playground for your inner state, and opportunities that once seemed out of reach begin to unfold effortlessly. Your emotions are another key factor in how the world responds to you. Emotions are powerful signals that communicate your internal vibration to the universe. When you feel joy, excitement, or love, you are sending a message to the universe that you are in alignment with your desires. The universe, in turn, responds by bringing you more reasons to feel these emotions. Similarly, when you are feeling angry, frustrated, or anxious, the universe will bring you experiences that mirror these emotions. Understanding this principle gives you the power to direct your energy in ways that create the outcomes you desire. By consciously choosing to cultivate positive emotions, you influence the way the world interacts with you. The idea that the world around you is malleable also extends to your physical reality. You can begin to see your environment as a reflection of your inner state. If you are unhappy with your surroundings, whether it's your job, your home, or your relationships, the first step is to examine your inner state. The changes you seek in the outer world begin within you. When you shift your thoughts, beliefs, and emotions, you begin to see the world around you transform. The people you interact with, the opportunities you encounter, and the circumstances you face all begin to align with your new inner state. The universe, being a reflection of you, has no choice but to mirror back what you are feeling and thinking. The more consciously you begin to direct your thoughts and emotions, the more you will see how the world around you shifts in response. By realizing that the world is malleable, you take back your power as a creator. You are not a victim of circumstances, you are the architect of your reality. When you master your inner state and maintain a vibration that aligns with your desires, the world becomes an open field of possibilities, waiting to be shaped by your energy. As you begin to understand that the universe is responding to you right now, you must realize that your thoughts have power, far beyond what you may have previously believed. Every thought you think, every belief you hold, is like a command sent out into the world. These thoughts are the building blocks of your reality. The universe doesn't respond to what you want or desire with words, it responds to the energy you emit. What you think about consistently, you begin to attract. This is not just wishful thinking, it's the fundamental law of creation. The energy that is emitted by your thoughts becomes a magnetic force that draws experiences, opportunities, and people into your life that match that frequency. For example, if you are constantly thinking about lack or fear, you are attracting more situations into your life that validate these feelings. On the other hand, when you focus your thoughts on abundance, possibility, and love, the universe responds by sending experiences that reflect those higher frequencies. The more you consciously choose your thoughts, the more you begin to shape the world around you. It's important to recognize that your thoughts are not isolated events. Every thought is connected to a broader stream of consciousness. The energy that you send out affects not just your own personal world, but the collective world as well. This means that when you think thoughts of love, peace, and hope, you are contributing to a larger collective shift toward those very qualities. Conversely, negative or fearful thoughts not only influence your own life but ripple out, contributing to the energy around you. This is why it is so important to be mindful of your thoughts, for they have far-reaching consequences, both on your life and on the world as a whole. To shift your reality, you must master your thinking patterns. The universe responds to consistency. If your thoughts are scattered or inconsistent, the universe will respond to that too. But when you consistently focus on thoughts that align with your desires, you begin to see rapid changes in your life. It's not about thinking about what you want for a moment and then reverting back to old thought patterns. It's about consistently holding the vision of your desired reality, no matter what the circumstances around you might look like. This is when true transformation begins to take place. The universe is always in motion, always responsive. This means that when you focus your attention on your desires, when you think and feel as if they have already manifested, the universe begins to rearrange itself to bring that vision into your life. It's like planting a seed in the ground. Once the seed is planted, the soil begins to work to nourish it, even though you cannot see the roots growing beneath the surface. Similarly, the universe begins to organize and align the people, opportunities, and circumstances around you when you hold the belief that your desire is already in motion. However, you must also be patient. Often the universe works in ways that you cannot see, and you may not always get immediate results. It may seem as though nothing is happening, but trust that beneath the surface, there is a flurry of activity. The universe is always responding to your thoughts, even when it appears that nothing is happening on the outside. The key is to trust the process, to believe that your thoughts are creating the reality you desire, and to remain in alignment with your vision no matter what external circumstances arise. The universe is not slow or hesitant in responding, it simply responds to the energy and frequency you emit. By being mindful of your thoughts, maintaining a positive and abundant mindset, and holding the vision of your desires as already fulfilled, you align yourself with the force that is always working on your behalf. Your thoughts are the key that unlocks the door to your desires, and as you align with that energy, the universe has no choice but to bring your desires into your life. The key to receiving the miracles and manifestations you desire lies in your ability to trust that they are already on their way. Trust is the foundation of every successful manifestation. It's not enough to just believe that your desires are possible. You must trust that they are already being shaped and delivered by the universe. Trusting in the process means surrendering the need to control every detail of how and when your desires will appear. It's about having unwavering faith that once you set your intention, the universe begins to organize everything in alignment with your desires. When you truly trust in the process of manifestation, you release the urgency and pressure of needing things to happen on your timeline. The need for control often comes from a place of fear or doubt, fear that your desires may never come to fruition, or doubt in your own worthiness of receiving them. But true trust comes from letting go of these limiting beliefs and knowing deep down that the universe is always working for your highest good. The more you trust, the more you allow the universe to work its magic. Trust is an invitation for the universe to step in and bring you what you asked for in a way that may even surpass your expectations. When you release the need for control, you are able to move forward with a sense of peace and confidence, knowing that all is well. This trust is not passive, but rather an active choice to live as if everything is unfolding perfectly, even before you can see the physical evidence. When you trust, you take inspired action toward your desires without needing to see immediate results. You remain aligned with the belief that your desire is already on its way, and that belief shapes the energy you send out. This energy attracts the right circumstances, people, and events, aligning your reality with the fulfillment of your dreams. Sometimes the process of manifestation requires you to trust through moments of uncertainty, when things may seem to be moving slowly or not at all. These moments are often tests of faith, but they are also opportunities to deepen your trust. It's during these times that you must remember that the universe operates in ways that are often unseen. Just because you cannot see the movement doesn't mean the universe isn't working behind the scenes. Trusting during the quiet times means knowing that your desires are being nurtured in unseen ways, and everything is happening in perfect timing. Trust is also deeply connected to gratitude. When you trust that the universe is always working in your favor, you naturally begin to feel grateful for the journey, the lessons, and the experiences that are leading you toward your manifestation. Gratitude amplifies the positive energy you are sending out. And the more grateful you are for what you have and for what is on its way, the faster your desires will come to fruition. By feeling gratitude for what you do not yet see, you align your energy with abundance, inviting more of it into your life. To cultivate trust, remind yourself daily that everything is working out in your favor. Practice affirmations that reinforce your belief in the universe's ability to deliver your desires. Trust is not something that happens overnight, but it is something that you can nurture by consistently choosing to believe that what you desire is already on its way. As you grow in trust, you will begin to see the signs, synchronicities, and miracles that confirm your desires are in motion. And when the miracles come, you will have cultivated such deep trust that you will know that the universe has always been responding to you, shaping your life in beautiful and extraordinary ways. The universe is always responding to you, shaping your reality in alignment with your inner state, thoughts, beliefs, and emotions. Your thoughts are the seeds that plant the future, and every moment, the universe is working behind the scenes to bring your desires into fruition. By shifting your focus, choosing positive emotions, and maintaining unwavering trust, you unlock the power within you to manifest the life you've always dreamed of. Trust in the process, knowing that what you desire is already on its way, even when the external world doesn't show immediate results. Keep your mind focused, your heart open, and your spirit aligned with the belief that miracles are already unfolding in your life. The universe is responding to you right now, so get ready for the miracles that are about to manifest. The universe does not operate on whims, it moves with purpose, intention, and an unwavering sense of justice. Every loss you've experienced, every moment of despair, has been recorded in the grand design of your existence. Nothing escapes the divine awareness of the universe. It is always listening, always responding, even when it feels silent. The timing may not align with your expectations, but it is always perfect. The return is not just about replacing what you lost, but about enriching your life in ways you could never have imagined. Think of the rain that falls after a long drought. The earth, cracked and dry, seems lifeless, but beneath that surface lies dormant potential. The rain doesn't just bring water, it brings life. It nourishes the soil, awakens the seeds, and sparks a renewal that transforms the landscape. Your life operates in the same way. The seasons of loss and waiting are not barren wastelands, they are periods of preparation. The universe is not withholding from you, it is preparing you. It is ensuring that when the rain comes, you are ready to bloom. The process of waiting can feel endless, even painful, as though you're wandering through a desert with no end in sight. But within that desert lies hidden strength, resilience, and a deepened faith. The universe uses these moments to refine you, to mold you into someone who can not only receive the blessings but also sustain and appreciate them. It's not about whether you are deserving, because you are inherently worthy. It's about ensuring that you are ready to handle the magnitude of what is coming. Every loss carries with it a lesson, a piece of wisdom that prepares you for the abundance ahead. Sometimes the lesson is patience, teaching you to trust the timing of the universe. Other times it's surrender, showing you the power of letting go and releasing control. And occasionally the lesson is gratitude, reminding you to find joy in the small, quiet moments, even when the bigger picture feels unclear. These lessons are not punishments, they are gifts. They are the tools you'll need to navigate the return of everything you've lost. You are not alone in this journey. The universe places signs, people, and opportunities along your path to remind you of its presence. These may come as a kind word from a stranger, an unexpected opportunity, or a moment of clarity in the midst of chaos. Pay attention to these moments. They are whispers from the universe, guiding you toward what is already yours. Even in the darkest times, the universe is working behind the scenes, aligning circumstances to bring you back to the light. The key is to remain open and receptive. It's easy to close yourself off after experiencing loss, to build walls around your heart in an attempt to protect yourself. But those walls can also block the blessings trying to reach you. Vulnerability is not weakness, it is strength. It is a declaration of your trust in the universe, a sign that you are ready to receive. When you open yourself to possibility, you create a space for the universe to fill with abundance. Abundance doesn't always arrive in the way you expect. Sometimes it comes disguised as challenges, pushing you to grow and expand beyond your comfort zone. Other times it arrives as subtle shifts, as quiet transformations that gradually reshape your reality. And occasionally it bursts into your life with undeniable clarity, leaving no doubt that it was meant for you. Regardless of how it comes, abundance is always a reflection of your inner state. When you align your thoughts, emotions, and actions with the energy of abundance, you become a magnet for it. Your faith is a powerful force. It is the thread that connects you to the universe, the bridge that carries you through moments of uncertainty. Faith is not about ignoring reality or pretending that everything is perfect. It is about believing in the unseen, in the possibilities that lie beyond your current circumstances. It is about trusting that the universe is always working for your highest good, even when you can't see the full picture. Faith is what turns loss into transformation and waiting into anticipation. As you navigate this journey, remember that the universe is infinite in its resources. There is no shortage of blessings, no limit to what can be restored or renewed. The idea that loss is permanent is an illusion created by fear. The truth is that what is meant for you can never truly be lost. It may be delayed, detoured, or transformed, but it will always find its way back to you. The universe is not here to take from you, it is here to give, to replenish, and to elevate. Every moment of gratitude, every act of kindness, and every step forward, no matter how small, contributes to the energy that attracts your blessings. The universe responds to your vibration, to the energy you put out into the world. When you choose to focus on hope, love, and abundance, you align yourself with the flow of the universe. This doesn't mean ignoring your pain or pretending that loss doesn't hurt. It means acknowledging your feelings while choosing to believe in a brighter future. The universe is not confined by time or space. It operates in realms far beyond our understanding, weaving together threads of possibility to create outcomes that serve your highest good. What you perceive as delays are not denials, they are opportunities for alignment. The universe knows what you need and when you need it. Trust that its timing is always perfect, even when it feels inconvenient or unfair. The waiting is not wasted time, it is sacred time, a period of growth and preparation. Your story is still unfolding. The chapters of loss are not the final pages. They are part of a larger narrative, one that is filled with redemption, restoration, and renewal. The universe is a master storyteller, and it is crafting a tale that is uniquely yours. Every twist and turn, every moment of heartache and joy is leading you toward a resolution that will leave you in awe. Trust the process, trust the journey, and trust that the universe is always working in your favor. You are part of a grand design that is intricately woven with care, precision, and boundless love. The universe sees every tear you've cried, every sacrifice you've made, and every moment when you thought you couldn't go on. These experiences are not forgotten or ignored, they are the seeds of your eventual triumph. What you have lost is not gone forever. It is being reconfigured, transformed, and prepared to return to you in a way that exceeds your greatest hopes and dreams. This is the promise of the universe, a promise that is as unshakable as the stars in the sky. The universe does not operate randomly. It aligns itself with your deepest desires, your soul's purpose, and the energy you emit. Every loss serves a higher purpose, even when that purpose is not immediately clear. The struggles and setbacks you've endured are not punishments, they are preparations. They are the universe's way of refining you, of sharpening your vision, of ensuring that when the blessings arrive, you are fully capable of embracing them. These trials are shaping you into the person who can thrive in the abundance that is on its way. You may not see the full picture yet, but the pieces are falling into place. Sometimes the delays and detours are necessary for your growth. They force you to confront parts of yourself that need healing, to release old patterns that no longer serve you, and to step into the fullness of who you are meant to be. The waiting is not a punishment, it is a gift. It is a sacred pause that allows you to become the version of yourself that is ready to receive everything you've dreamed of and more. The universe always gives in overflowing measures. What is returned to you will not simply replace what you've lost, it will be far greater. It will be richer, fuller, and more meaningful than you could have imagined. This is the nature of divine restoration. It doesn't merely compensate, it elevates. It takes what was broken and makes it whole again, and in doing so, it creates something even more beautiful than before. The loss you've experienced is a chapter, not the conclusion. The story is still unfolding, and the ending will be worth every moment of struggle. Your role in this process is to remain open, patient, and trusting. It can be tempting to lose hope when the journey feels long, but hope is what keeps you connected to the infinite possibilities of the universe. Hope is a bridge that spans the gap between where you are and where you're destined to be. It is not naive or unrealistic, it is powerful and transformative. When you choose hope, you align yourself with the energy of abundance and invite the universe to work its magic in your life. Gratitude is another key to unlocking the return of what you've lost. When you focus on what you already have, no matter how small, you create a magnetic field that attracts more blessings. Gratitude shifts your perspective from lack to abundance, from despair to possibility. It reminds you that even in the midst of loss, there is so much to be thankful for. Each moment of gratitude sends a signal to the universe that you are ready to receive, that you are open to the good that is coming your way. The universe is always listening to your thoughts, your words, and your actions. It responds to the energy you put out into the world. When you dwell on what you've lost, you anchor yourself to the past. But when you focus on what you're gaining, you propel yourself forward. This doesn't mean ignoring your pain or pretending that loss doesn't matter. It means acknowledging your feelings while choosing to believe that something better is on the horizon. It means shifting your energy from sorrow to anticipation. You are not a victim of your circumstances. You are a co-creator with the universe, a powerful being with the ability to shape your reality. The energy you emit sets the tone for what the universe delivers. When you align yourself with the vibration of abundance, joy, and faith, you create a pathway for blessings to flow into your life. This is not about denying the challenges you face, it's about recognizing your power to rise above them. It's about understanding that the universe is always working for you, not against you. The journey of restoration is not always easy. It requires patience, resilience, and a willingness to trust in the unseen. But every step you take, no matter how small, brings you closer to the fulfillment of your dreams. The universe celebrates each moment of courage, each act of kindness, and each leap of faith. It sees the effort you've put in, the sacrifices you've made, and the hope you've held on to, even when it felt impossible. These are the qualities that attract abundance and ensure that what is returned to you is far greater than what was lost. As you move forward, remember that the universe is limitless in its ability to provide. There is no shortage of blessings, no limit to the good that can come into your life. What you've lost is not a reflection of your worth or your value. It is not a punishment or a failure. It is a stepping stone, a part of the journey that is leading you to something greater. The universe does not take from you without the intention of giving back tenfold. It is always seeking to bring balance, to restore harmony, and to ensure that you are abundantly provided for. The return of what you've lost will not come all at once. It will arrive in waves, in moments of unexpected joy, in opportunities that seem to come out of nowhere, and in relationships that bring new depth and meaning to your life. It may not look exactly as you imagined, but it will be exactly what you need. The universe knows your heart better than you do, and it will provide in ways that surpass your greatest expectations. Trust in its wisdom and its timing, and know that your story is far from over. You are on the brink of a transformation, a turning point that will redefine your life in the most beautiful ways. The losses you've endured have not been in vain. They have prepared you, strengthened you, and positioned you to receive blessings beyond your wildest dreams. The universe is about to return everything you've lost and more. It is aligning circumstances, orchestrating events, and preparing you for a season of abundance that will make every moment of waiting and struggle worthwhile. Trust in this process, and trust in the boundless generosity of the universe. The universe does not operate on whims, it moves with purpose, intention, and an unwavering sense of justice. Every loss you've experienced, every moment of despair, has been recorded in the grand design of your existence. Nothing escapes the divine awareness of the universe. It is always listening, always responding, even when it feels silent. The timing may not align with your expectations, but it is always perfect. The return is not just about replacing what you lost, but about enriching your life in ways you could never have imagined. Think of the rain that falls after a long drought. The earth, cracked and dry, seems lifeless, but beneath that surface lies dormant potential. The rain doesn't just bring water, it brings life. It nourishes the soil, awakens the seeds, and sparks a renewal that transforms the landscape. Your life operates in the same way. The seasons of loss and waiting are not barren wastelands, they are periods of preparation. The universe is not withholding from you, it is preparing you. It is ensuring that when the rain comes, you are ready to bloom. The process of waiting can feel endless, even painful, as though you're wandering through a desert with no end in sight. But within that desert lies hidden strength, resilience, and a deepened faith. The universe uses these moments to refine you, to mold you into someone who can not only receive the blessings but also sustain and appreciate them. It's not about whether you are deserving, because you are inherently worthy. It's about ensuring that you are ready to handle the magnitude of what is coming. Every loss carries with it a lesson, a piece of wisdom that prepares you for the abundance ahead. Sometimes the lesson is patience, teaching you to trust the timing of the universe. Other times it's surrender, showing you the power of letting go and releasing control. And occasionally the lesson is gratitude, reminding you to find joy in the small, quiet moments even when the bigger picture feels unclear. These lessons are not punishments, they are gifts. They are the tools you'll need to navigate the return of everything you've lost. The key is to remain open and receptive. It's easy to close yourself off after experiencing loss, to build walls around your heart in an attempt to protect yourself. But those walls can also block the blessings trying to reach you. Vulnerability is not weakness, it is strength. It is a declaration of your trust in the universe, a sign that you are ready to receive. When you open yourself to possibility, you create a space for the universe to fill with abundance. Abundance doesn't always arrive in the way you expect. Sometimes it comes disguised as challenges, pushing you to grow and expand beyond your comfort zone. Other times it arrives as subtle shifts, as quiet transformations that gradually reshape your reality. And occasionally it bursts into your life with undeniable clarity, leaving no doubt that it was meant for you. Regardless of how it comes, abundance is always a reflection of your inner state. When you align your thoughts, emotions, and actions with the energy of abundance, you become a magnet for it. Your faith is a powerful force. It is the thread that connects you to the universe, the bridge that carries you through moments of uncertainty. Faith is not about ignoring reality or pretending that everything is perfect. It is about believing in the unseen, in the possibilities that lie beyond your current circumstances. It is about trusting that the universe is always working for your highest good, even when you can't see the full picture. Faith is what turns loss into transformation and waiting into anticipation. As you navigate this journey, remember that the universe is infinite in its resources. There is no shortage of blessings, no limit to what can be restored or renewed. The idea that loss is permanent is an illusion created by fear. The truth is that what is meant for you can never truly be lost. It may be delayed, detoured, or transformed, but it will always find its way back to you. The universe is not here to take from you, it is here to give, to replenish, and to elevate. Every moment of gratitude, every act of kindness, and every step forward, no matter how small, contributes to the energy that attracts your blessings. The universe responds to your vibration, to the energy you put out into the world. When you choose to focus on hope, love, and abundance, you align yourself with the flow of the universe. This doesn't mean ignoring your pain or pretending that loss doesn't hurt. It means acknowledging your feelings while choosing to believe in a brighter future. The universe is not confined by time or space. It operates in realms far beyond our understanding, weaving together threads of possibility to create outcomes that serve your highest good. What you perceive as delays are not denials, they are opportunities for alignment. The universe knows what you need and when you need it. Trust that its timing is always perfect, even when it feels inconvenient or unfair. The waiting is not wasted time, it is sacred time, a period of growth and preparation. Your story is still unfolding. The chapters of loss are not the final pages. They are part of a larger narrative, one that is filled with redemption, restoration, and renewal. The universe is a master storyteller, and it is crafting a tale that is uniquely yours. Every twist and turn, every moment of heartache and joy is leading you toward a resolution that will leave you in awe. Trust the process, trust the journey, and trust that the universe is always working in your favor. You are part of a grand design that is intricately woven with care, precision, and boundless love. The universe sees every tear you've cried, every sacrifice you've made, and every moment when you thought you couldn't go on. These experiences are not forgotten or ignored, they are the seeds of your eventual triumph. What you have lost is not gone forever. It is being reconfigured, transformed, and prepared to return to you in a way that exceeds your greatest hopes and dreams. This is the promise of the universe, a promise that is as unshakable as the stars in the sky. The universe does not operate randomly. It aligns itself with your deepest desires, your soul's purpose, and the energy you emit. Every loss serves a higher purpose, even when that purpose is not immediately clear. The struggles and setbacks you've endured are not punishments, they are preparations. They are the universe's way of refining you, of sharpening your vision, of ensuring that when the blessings arrive, you are fully capable of embracing them. These trials are shaping you into the person who can thrive in the abundance that is on its way. You may not see the full picture yet, but the pieces are falling into place. Sometimes the delays and detours are necessary for your growth. They force you to confront parts of yourself that need healing, to release old patterns that no longer serve you, and to step into the fullness of who you are meant to be. The waiting is not a punishment, it is a gift. It is a sacred pause that allows you to become the version of yourself that is ready to receive everything you've dreamed of and more. The universe always gives in overflowing measures. What is returned to you will not simply replace what you've lost, it will be far greater. It will be richer, fuller, and more meaningful than you could have imagined. This is the nature of divine restoration. It doesn't merely compensate, it elevates. It takes what was broken and makes it whole again, and in doing so, it creates something even more beautiful than before. The loss you've experienced is a chapter, not the conclusion. The story is still unfolding, and the ending will be worth every moment of struggle. Your role in this process is to remain open, patient, and trusting. It can be tempting to lose hope when the journey feels long, but hope is what keeps you connected to the infinite possibilities of the universe. Hope is a bridge that spans the gap between where you are and where you're destined to be. It is not naive or unrealistic, it is powerful and transformative. When you choose hope, you align yourself with the energy of abundance and invite the universe to work its magic in your life. Gratitude is another key to unlocking the return of what you've lost. When you focus on what you already have, no matter how small, you create a magnetic field that attracts more blessings. Gratitude shifts your perspective from lack to abundance, from despair to possibility. It reminds you that even in the midst of loss, there is so much to be thankful for. Each moment of gratitude sends a signal to the universe that you are ready to receive, that you are open to the good that is coming your way. The universe is always listening to your thoughts, your words, and your actions. It responds to the energy you put out into the world. When you dwell on what you've lost, you anchor yourself to the past. But when you focus on what you're gaining, you propel yourself forward. This doesn't mean ignoring your pain or pretending that loss doesn't matter. It means acknowledging your feelings while choosing to believe that something better is on the horizon. It means shifting your energy from sorrow to anticipation. You are not a victim of your circumstances. You are a co-creator with the universe, a powerful being with the ability to shape your reality. The energy you emit sets the tone for what the universe delivers. When you align yourself with the vibration of abundance, joy, and faith, you create a pathway for blessings to flow into your life. This is not about denying the challenges you face, it's about recognizing your power to rise above them. It's about understanding that the universe is always working for you, not against you. The journey of restoration is not always easy. It requires patience, resilience, and a willingness to trust in the unseen. But every step you take, no matter how small, brings you closer to the fulfillment of your dreams. The universe celebrates each moment of courage, each act of kindness, and each leap of faith. It sees the effort you've put in, the sacrifices you've made, and the hope you've held on to, even when it felt impossible. These are the qualities that attract abundance and ensure that what is returned to you is far greater than what was lost. As you move forward, remember that the universe is limitless in its ability to provide. There is no shortage of blessings, no limit to the good that can come into your life. What you've lost is not a reflection of your worth or your value. It is not a punishment or a failure. It is a stepping stone, a part of the journey that is leading you to something greater. The universe does not take from you without the intention of giving back tenfold. It is always seeking to bring balance, to restore harmony, and to ensure that you are abundantly provided for. The return of what you've lost will not come all at once. It will arrive in waves, in moments of unexpected joy, in opportunities that seem to come out of nowhere, and in relationships that bring new depth and meaning to your life. It may not look exactly as you imagined, but it will be exactly what you need. The universe knows your heart better than you do, and it will provide in ways that surpass your greatest expectations. Trust in its wisdom and its timing, and know that your story is far from over. You are on the brink of a transformation, a turning point that will redefine your life in the most beautiful ways. The losses you've endured have not been in vain. They have prepared you, strengthened you, and positioned you to receive blessings beyond your wildest dreams. The universe is about to return everything you've lost and more. It is aligning circumstances, orchestrating events, and preparing you for a season of abundance that will make every moment of waiting and struggle worthwhile. Trust in this process, and trust in the boundless generosity of the universe. The universe works in ways we cannot always see or comprehend, weaving together moments, decisions, and experiences to form the fabric of our lives. There are seasons when it feels as though everything is slipping through our fingers: relationships, opportunities, dreams. Loss, no matter how familiar it may feel, carries a weight that often leaves us questioning our path and our purpose. Yet, what if I told you that the universe never truly takes away without the intention to give back? What if every loss you've endured was simply a preparation for a return far greater than you can imagine? Think about the seeds that are buried in the darkness of the soil. To the untrained eye, it may appear as though they've been lost, buried beneath layers of earth. But in reality, they are being prepared for something extraordinary. It is in the unseen spaces that growth begins. The soil isn't the end, it's the beginning. In the same way, the losses you've experienced are not endings. They are the foundation for what is to come. The universe, much like the tide, moves in cycles. What goes out eventually comes back in, often carrying treasures you never expected. Perhaps you lost something that felt irreplaceable: a relationship, a job, a dream that seemed so close you could almost touch it. But loss is not final. The universe has a way of recalibrating, of taking what was lost and transforming it into something even more aligned with who you are becoming. Sometimes the return doesn't look exactly like what you lost. It looks better, fuller, richer, because it aligns with the growth you've undergone in the process. Every tear you've cried, every night you've spent questioning, has not been in vain. The universe records every emotion, every whispered prayer, and every act of faith. It's not about whether the universe remembers; it always does. It's about timing, about orchestrating the perfect moment for what you need to meet you on your journey. There's a divine rhythm to this, one that cannot be rushed or forced. Trust that what is meant for you is on its way, even now. The key to this return lies in your perspective. Loss can often feel like punishment, like a door closing forever. But what if the door that closed was only redirecting you to something more magnificent? What if the path that seemed blocked was actually protecting you from harm? The universe operates on a higher plane, one that sees beyond our limited view. It is in this trust, this surrender, that we find peace in the waiting. Your task is not to chase after what was lost, but to remain open to what is being restored. The restoration may not happen in the way you expect, but it will happen in the way that serves you best. It may come quietly, in moments of unexpected joy, in opportunities that seem to appear out of nowhere, or in relationships that heal wounds you thought would never mend. The universe speaks in whispers and signs, in synchronicities that remind you it is always working on your behalf. So stand firm in your faith, in your hope, and in your belief that the universe is abundant and just. You are not forgotten, and your pain has not gone unnoticed. There is a shift happening, a turning of tides, a cosmic realignment. What you have lost is making its way back to you, transformed and multiplied. Trust the process. The universe always keeps its promises. The universe operates on principles far deeper than what our human understanding can grasp. It moves with intention, aligning everything in perfect harmony, even when we cannot see the bigger picture. The moments in life that feel like loss are not random. They are the universe's way of recalibrating your path. Sometimes the things you lose are not truly taken. They are being prepared, refined, and returned in a way that fits the life you are meant to lead. Think about the times in nature when transformation is necessary. The caterpillar must dissolve entirely in its cocoon to emerge as a butterfly. To the outside world, it might appear that the caterpillar has ceased to exist, that all its potential has been destroyed. But within that stillness, that dark and confined space, a miracle is happening. What looks like destruction is, in fact, a necessary phase of transformation. The same applies to your journey. What you've lost is not truly gone. It is in the process of becoming something greater. Loss is often the universe's way of removing what no longer serves your highest good. Even when it feels painful, even when it feels unfair, it is important to understand that some things must be released to make room for the abundance waiting to flow into your life. You cannot pour water into a full cup without first emptying it. And sometimes the universe takes the responsibility of emptying your cup because it knows you are ready for more, even if you don't feel prepared. The truth is, we often cling to what we know, even when it limits us. We hold tightly to relationships, jobs, or circumstances that may feel safe but are not truly aligned with the greatness within us. The universe sees this and lovingly intervenes. It allows certain things to slip away so that you can grow into the person you are meant to be. This process is not a punishment, it is an act of love. It is a reminder that your potential is limitless and that settling for less is not part of your divine plan. When you reflect on the seasons of loss in your life, you may notice a pattern. Each time you thought you had lost everything, something better eventually emerged. It may have taken time, patience, and faith, but the return always came. The universe is not bound by time the way we are. It doesn't operate on our schedules or deadlines. It works in alignment with divine timing, delivering what we need precisely when we are ready to receive it. This is why trust is so important. Trust is the bridge between loss and restoration. It is the anchor that keeps you grounded when everything feels uncertain. Trusting the universe doesn't mean ignoring your pain or pretending everything is fine. It means acknowledging your feelings while holding on to the belief that there is a greater plan at work. It means knowing that the universe is always conspiring in your favor, even when it feels like the opposite is true. The energy you emit into the universe plays a significant role in what you attract back to you. If you focus solely on the pain of your losses, you may unknowingly block the blessings that are trying to find their way to you. But when you shift your perspective and begin to express gratitude even for the lessons hidden within the loss, you create a space for the universe to work its magic. Gratitude is a powerful force. It signals to the universe that you are ready to receive and that you trust the process. Imagine your life as a garden. The losses you experience are like seeds planted in the soil. At first it may seem as though nothing is happening. The ground looks barren and the waiting feels endless. But beneath the surface, the seeds are sprouting, growing roots, and preparing to break through. The harvest doesn't come overnight, but when it does, it is abundant and overflowing. Your job is to water those seeds with faith, nurture them with hope, and trust that the universe is tending to your garden, even when you can't see it. Sometimes what the universe returns to you is not exactly what you lost, but something even better. You may have been holding on to a vision of what you thought you needed, only to discover that the universe had something far greater in store. This is why it's important to remain open, to release the grip of expectation and allow the universe to surprise you. The blessings coming your way may not look like what you imagined, but they will be exactly what you need. Think about the stories of those who overcame great loss and went on to achieve extraordinary things. They didn't let their losses define them. Instead, they used those experiences as stepping stones, as fuel for their journey. The same power lies within you. Every loss you've endured has shaped you, strengthened you, and prepared you for the abundance that is on its way. The universe doesn't make mistakes. If something was removed from your life, it was for a reason. And if something is meant to return, it will do so in divine timing. It's easy to feel forgotten in moments of loss, to wonder if the universe has overlooked your struggles. But the truth is, the universe never forgets. It keeps a perfect record of your efforts, your sacrifices, and your perseverance. It knows every tear you've cried and every silent prayer you've whispered. And it is working tirelessly to bring balance to your life, to restore what has been taken, and to multiply it beyond your imagination. In these moments of waiting, it's important to take care of your spirit. Surround yourself with positivity, with people and practices that uplift you. Engage in activities that remind you of your worth and your strength. The waiting period is not a time of inactivity, it is a time of preparation. Use it to grow, to heal, and to align yourself with the energy of abundance. The more aligned you are, the easier it will be for the universe to deliver its blessings. Remember that you are a co-creator with the universe. Your thoughts, intentions, and actions play a vital role in shaping your reality. If you dwell on what was lost, you may miss the opportunities that are right in front of you. But if you focus on what is possible, on the infinite potential that exists within you, you open the door for miracles to unfold. The universe responds to your energy, so choose to vibrate at the frequency of hope, love, and gratitude. There is a profound beauty in knowing that the universe is always on your side. It sees your struggles, your triumphs, and everything in between. It celebrates your victories and mourns your losses with you. And most importantly, it is always working to restore balance, to ensure that every loss is met with an equal or greater gain. The universe is about to return everything you have lost, and when it does, you will look back and understand that every step of the journey was necessary.